Hey guys, how you all doing? It's Al, the Sega Guru here. Now there's been many classic FPSs from the DOS and Windows era that we've all grown to absolutely love over the decades. For me, the FPS genre is the one that really got Windows, DOS and even console games absolutely shouting from the rafters. But today, we're taking a look at Heretic, the port on to the Sega Dreamcast. Does it still capture the magic that the PC and DOS version did? Let's find out. So this is it. This is Heretic for the Sega Dreamcast. A game, or a port I should say, that you probably actually didn't know was even on the system. You've probably seen Hexen, Hexen 2, but you haven't actually even noticed that Heretic is here. Yes, it also does encompass all 3 episodes, and all 3 episodes of awesomeness. Now this game is not easy, as you'd expect, using the id engine. Yeah, it's not easy, but you can see it really does take many features from the Doom games in the sense that it's grab a key, a coloured key, it opens a door, there's hordes of enemies, and a massive array of weaponry. Yeah, that's all covered in Heretic. But does it work well on the Sega Dreamcast? Well, yes, it does to a certain degree, and what I mean by that is the game actually runs pretty well. There may be a small amount of screen tear every now and again. It may not hit that sort of 50 to 60 frames per second that we all kind of want on a game on the Sega Dreamcast. You got to remember, this port is from the early 2000s. This was done by a developer called Barrow, who I don't believe is even in the scene anymore, hasn't been for quite some time. But I'm digging this out here because not everyone's seen this, and I just thought we'd take a nice little deep dive anyway. Now, as you can see, yes, there is no sound, or it unfortunately does work intermittently. Although when I was actually capturing footage for quite some hours, quite some time, after quite a few reboots, I still didn't get any sound. So if anyone has had sound, that's interesting to note, because like I said, I didn't have it during any of the gameplay at all. Good thing to note though, is saving does work. You can save onto the VMU, and you can load onto the VMU. You can do all of that, and that works absolutely seamlessly, which is great to see. Let's take a quick little deep dive into the controls. The controls work very, very well. As you can imagine, analog stick to move around, great. You can use the D-pad as well for movement, it just kind of makes sense. I actually think this is a better way to play. The X button is the map, which you're probably going to want. You may get lost in a game like this, but yeah, another feature that Doom obviously had. B is the action key, and A is to use items. Fire is the right trigger, and if you hold down the left trigger, then move left and right, you'll strafe. So you can do that as well. So movement is covered and works very, very well. Like I said before, visually the game doesn't really look any different than you'd expect on the PC version, Windows 95 DOS. But I think that's the charm of this. I think we've come to always expect the Dreamcast versions to always look better than the originals. Not quite understanding why we would want that though, when surely we just want to restore the original onto a format that we all know and love, aka the Dreamcast, right? I think to me that makes sense. Now if you're new here, do hit subscribe, hit like, and also comment. Let me know what you think of this port of Heretic onto the Sega Dreamcast. It's a fantastic port. Yes, it's got its near misses. Yes, unfortunately the sound isn't all that great. But apart from that, the port is actually pretty good. As always, like, comment and subscribe. Is Al signing out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. As well as that, you can also back the channel on Patreon. QR code is down below. But obviously you can check out this video, you can also check out that video. And on that note, it's Al signing out.